paradigm of yours, or sovereign, or whatever, does it really provide everything you want?
We are provided everything we need.
I ain't even close to hitting rock bottom yet. Middling bottom, sure, but not rock bottom.
Introducing Auntie's new line of specialty drinks for the discerning consumer. Auntie Fizzles.
Oh, what's this? Non-protectorate personnel just sauntering up onto my porch, free as they please. Admit I'm accustomed to a higher standard of precaution. State your purpose, outsider, or exit yon way you came. Ah, I see you've discovered some of my misappropriated materials. Careful labeling proves prudent and useful yet again. Here, for your effort. A full set of Science Adventures Quarterly was stolen from me and sold to various unknown parties across the island. Since you've already proven adept at their repossession, I would put it to you to locate the rest. In exchange, I will provide you with rarities and bits. In my role, I compile material providing special insight on other colonies. Items prohibited to others, news logs, serials, and the like. During recent troubles, unsavory elements removed certain items from my old office. Among them, this entire series, which took considerable time to assemble, I might add. Ah, quite right. In fact, delightful. I am pleased you are on the case, as it were. So very Zane and Buddy. Return again when you have another 4 volumes, and I will trade them for more valuable oddities. Stay true, outsider.
Ain't sure why you're so broken up over losing your auntie's choice contract. You're your own boss now. No one yanking your chain. That sounds pretty good to me.
You don't get it. You ain't nothing in Auntie's Choice without a contract. Just a rung leech scraping by. It's lonely at the bottom. But I ain't planning to stay there for long.
Oh, believe me, I know more than you think. But you're with us now. We're a team. No bottom rungs in this crew.
Sure. Don't mean to come across ungrateful. I'll pull my weight. Tell you what. Once I raise my stock with Auntie and land a new, better contract, I'll have a shindig to say a proper thanks.
No, Jackson, don't!
Don't fret. With these boots, I can fly!
Jackson, you're too young to be a crater in the dirt! Jackson? Oh, law, I can't believe he jumped that way.
Sir, I know this isn't the time, but are they gonna put us to the gallows for this?
What? No. That ain't how we operate in Auntie's Choice, Liza. We might be looking at a pretty fierce demotion for losing half our workforce and getting stuck up here, though.
Demotion to fertilizer?
No. Now cease your jawing. This ain't the time. Hey, you! You down there! Would you mind checking on our fellow? Might he have survived the fall? He thought those boots would make him fly, but they really just allow the user to jump repeatedly. Unless their downward velocity is too great. If so, well, you see what happens. Not nearly as upset as we are. We've been stuck atop this machine since Ida, one of our new Protectorate acquisitions, had her gray matter scrambled by the height, jumped down, and landed right in its gears. That's right. She joined us shortly after Auntie liberated her with the freedom of meritocracy, and she seemed happy enough. I can't fathom no sensible motive why she'd jump.
Were you not listening? She said she'd always be a loyal subject. It was part of the endless inculcation we endured in the Protectorate. It can prove insurmountable for some.
The notion that she'd sacrifice herself, even after seeing the vast possibilities in staying alive and climbing the corporate ladder, it's just impossible to cognize. The reason Jackson tried using those plasma thruster boots was to gather a piece of machinery we'd spotted on a little table halfway up the spire.
It's a drive overloader. If we install it, we can push the platform's arm hard enough to... well, to grind old Ida out of the gears.
Though the power of that overloader will deluge the system and, well, overload the drive and burn it out all permanent-like. But desperate times and all that.
So if you were to use them boots to bound up the spire and deliver the overloader to us, we'd avoid the tragic fate of our 2 former cohorts.
Exactly!
Thank the Sovereign... thank you, stranger. We are eagerly anticipating a long life utterly absent of starvation.
Is it me anyway? Need something? Sure. Oh.
One eternity later.
Oh, you're by our crop of Brachythecium rutabulum. They're found in bandages and burn tinctures. If you don't have that drive overloader, ascending may be a waste.
That's it? It was that easy?
That was some impressive climbing. Poor Jackson could have learned a thing or two from you. Starting with the right direction to jump, I suppose. Wonderful. Get us down, and I'll happily compensate you in accordance with standard Auntie's Choice urgently improvised extortive standards. Oh, thank the law. I never thought of myself as a vertiginous sort, but being trapped 100 meters in the air will make you reconsider.
I mirror that sentiment, to be certain. In fact, Auntie will have to pay me triple if heights are to be involved. And isn't it grand to be in a system that allows me that freedom?
What do you mean? You're already getting our urgently improvised extortive rate. Oh, that. Of course that's why you deserve extra. Apologies for forgetting. I was overcome with relief. Here's what I would have paid already, with a little extra on top.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological...
Place is not shooting the water anymore.
The matriarch, working with and through the sovereign, devised the paradigm, a meticulously designed marvel where, if each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty for all. Naturally, sometimes...
Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile.
Hogarth. Milver Street reckons he's the key to converting this town. Let's bring him the good news of Auntie's choice, shall we?
Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate. Word of the wise, despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just open fire.
Disruption.
Gray gone astray? Book a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed?
Under Protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you entered a recreant locality.
For prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle.
Well, it's infected. Redstone arrives soon, we'll have to start cutting.
Greetings.
We all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us.
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to Protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Tut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Pshaw! I've no desire to speak of the current state of Fairfield, no less the Auntie's choice riffraff controlling it, or worse, any traitors who have flocked to their side. Why, I cannot fathom any of my people or I even contemplating defecting the Protectorate, let alone for that cesspool of inanity.
Resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch working with and through the sovereign devised...
Because we of the Protectorate believe in something. We dream, we aspire, together. Auntie's choice would replace amity and purpose with want. The endless, empty pursuit of nothing.
We all know how invasive species can unbalance even the most...
Well, as I said, we stand together. Even now, our community gives its all with grace and unity. And as their vigilant, I must spare no effort to preserve them. I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence, automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts. Under Protectorate law, we are bound to inform you. Recalibrating a mechanical is not simply a matter of flipping a few switches. We'd need variable gears and essential motivators to have any hope of rebuilding their programming. Reprogramming mechs to perform functions outside their assigned roles is a complicated affair. Our wily chief mechanist can do it, but not without parts. Unfortunately, we lack ready availability of said parts.
They sneer at our contentment.
Why, we're traitors, obviously. We've not fulfilled our duties as members of the Protectorate. It is incumbent upon us to fight to the death, yet we still live, as does our enemy. Now, either the Arbiters arrive to execute us, or this place falls under the vapid boot heel of Auntie's choice. No matter who wins, we cannot sustain ourselves here for long.
Depletion of resources and lack of community led to terrible suffering. Poor dears didn't have...
My linguistic embellishments are somewhat beside the point. Responsibility was mine. Disgrace and judgment should be mine solely as well. My intention is to absolve my subjects of any and all such blame. I owe it to every single person here to try.
Well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful. We have
Nobody needs go anywhere. Not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. It'd have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider such a recourse.
To the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate.
Well, that's what's commonly referred to as your opinion. I have the aid of key pillars of our community, several persons of note and good character who stand with and by me, and our town still functions. Our automechs are still running, mostly. We have a generator to power them, fresh water, the reassuring voice of everyone's neighbor Prudence wafts from our loudspeakers.
a fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch working with and through the sovereign devised the paradigm, a meticulously designed marvel where if each of
I don't know. Look, I've entertained these fool notes. I have a brighter future in mind for Westport, one you can help with, in fact, rather than dwelling on dark maybes and scenarios of worst imagining.
robust ecosystem, like those nettlesome raptidons, or the base individualists within Auntie's choice.
Not the first to question my judgment, nor the last, I suppose. Let us talk plainly. What would it take to secure your aid?
More than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride. Keep
Farewell now.
your neighbors same as ever. But prudence dictates we... little extra added zeal for now, just to offset any minor disruption.
Prudence dictates we maintain sufficient zeal at all times.
You walked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions. So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle. Don't suppose you have any medical supplies to spare, do you? That you might kindly consider donating? Oh, no thank you. Not looking for anything that does more harm than good. I have enough ailments to manage already. From what I've heard about Auntie's medicaments, might poison a patient or cause them to grow an extra head or something. Never know what they're testing out on you.
My extra parts aren't side effects. That's your implication. And anyhow, I should think some minor side effects would be preferable to dying.
Honestly? Well, I'm a reasonable judge of character, and you seem upright. On behalf of my patients and I, thank you. We're all grateful. Guess outsiders aren't all just base individualists like they say on the wireless. Barring this being some tricky sales strategy, that is. This is a good start, but I fear it won't last long. Wouldn't happen to know a reliable means to procure more, would you? They'd sell to us? Those medicaments you gave us before? No, never. You must think me easily hoodwinked. Our societies are sworn enemies. This is dangerous talk, friend. We've already been branded traitors. If we give them any excuse now, they'll send in the arbiters directly. Not seeing a wealth of options here at present. I can watch my patients die, then face execution, or we can resettle elsewhere and remain alive. I lean toward the latter. The abandoned section of Westport ought to have some supplies. Should be enough medicaments down there to help our injured survive the trip to Fairfield. It's perilous, though. Well now, that should do nicely. Thank you. Hope those Crabbles didn't give you too much trouble. I recognize these patients require more care than I'm able to provide here. Seems like in Fairfield, I can get them the help they require. The one last additional thing we'll need is for Vigilant Hogarth to agree to it. It's less a concern about disloyalty and more my respect for his abilities. He's a skilled leader, and we could sorely use his aid, from coordinating logistics to keeping up morale. I'll surely have my hands full with my patients. His presence on the journey would save lives. All right, be careful out there. Stranger?
Those pills were magnificent. Are they part of a new paradigm? Family? Or even just more for me? Please.
Manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
Trust the plan, preserve said progress, sustain the system, serve the sovereign.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
I was sad for a moment because my house got submerged in the flooding.
Prudence dictates that we watch our neighbors, but I may just invite him over to make it easier.
From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
So much dust and debris during the attack. Still hurts to breathe.
Because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network developed the matriarch working and through the sovereign devised the paradigm, a meticulously designed model. If each of us does our part, produces
This is Protectorate Sanctuary.
Simply saying I'd rest easier if he'd been assigned to it. Originally. That generator goes, this town's finished.
personally invested in every member of the Protectorate being happy and healthy.
So we can all do our part under the Paradigm's perfect plan for society and ensure a glorious bounty for all.
You wouldn't want to let him down, would you? Such as ingesting any forbidden Auntie's Choice brand food items?
You might not know it, but prohibited products like Purple Berry Crunch are a gateway to the collapse of society.
Sugar is the definition of selfishness and decadence.
Preservatives are synonymous with avarice and evil.
So ignore the sinful siren's call of Auntie's Choice product advertising. Eat only from the bounty of Arcadia. Stay fit, sustain the system, serve the sovereign.
It's your sworn duty.
Well, that, as they say, is that. What's next? The following song was composed, performed, and recorded under the explicit direction of the sovereign, and as such, reflects his excessively high standards.
of it all, it was worth it. No hesitation, no indecision. Taking my final breath in the name of it. My sacrifice for the matriarch's vision. Embracing mortality tests my morality. Sure, the paradigm's planned without pause. It's an honor and a gift when I'd wish for all who live. It's a privilege to die for the cause. And when I soon slip away, I'll be peaceful. Thoughts of my neighbors safe at home grinning. They will remember how I reported them tirelessly through to my last days and from the beginning. Knowing my heart, my brain, and consistency serve the paradigm's plan without pause. It's an honor and a gift, one I'd wish for all who live. It's a privilege to die for the cause. Finally, I fulfilled my purpose in life, a glorious death. Blown up by a mine. A fine way to go among many ways to die. Electroshocked, plasma smelted, xyranium gassed, goo pelted, minced, cubed, irradiated, blunt force trauma, decapitated. List of life-giving opportunities goes on and on. Oh, nearly forgot. Eaten by enemy raptidon. And my heart, it beats till it slows. But I know every breath and every smile, every step in every mile, contributed to something beautiful. The paradigm as a whole. It's an honor and a gift. When I wish for all who live, it's a privilege to die for the cause.
This is Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Essential listening for all subjects. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Well then, moving on.
More music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibilities.
People have been complaining
This is all
about
going
those
perfectly
ads
according to the paradigm, I
I'm an
guess.
heir to
Has the
all
Sovereign
manner
said
of
how many of
talent.
those pills?
Is now a bad time to report
myself for mental refreshment? I wouldn't want to be inconvenient.
That endless yapping is more insipid than I'd imagined.
None of the delicious taste. New from Auntie's Choice. Give Auntie 5 bits and she'll give you a facial spritz. Your co-worker rivals get sleepy after consuming a full midday meal.
Not me. I stay hungry.
Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack. Whoever said humanity can't exist.
The wireless said that flooding Westport is routine maintenance to remove.
May safety, amity, and
He's
ease be
missing my
yours.
favorite automech and imperfect thought.
Dehydrated water tablets. Specially designed
I keep thinking
to
it.
be eaten alone at your desk.
That doesn't sound like a sanctioned communique. Try not to think. It'll only make you
You
unhappy.
reckon individualists ever get tired just thinking about themselves?
Anti-Fizzos made them better with Auntie Cleo's patented mock apple cider. Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
Salutations! This is One time, really join us in Fairfield and sample our unique brand.
Almost missed the routine certitude of my... Got something on my mind. Did you hear that message over the loudspeakers? About choosing your chosen profession? That Milver Street fellow said in Fairfield you can, if I understood correctly, opt for any job you show proficiency. Could that truly be true? Or is it a base falsity foisted by Auntie's Choice to, you know, undermine Protectorate subjects' unflagging resolve?
Protectorate subjects listening in. I'm afraid you've been fed a lot of hooey about...
You don't say. Huh. So it's only here with our, perfect society that it works our way. How, fortunate for us all to benefit from such judicious guidance.
Nothing could be farther from the truth. Listen to your auntie. They say they offer you direction.
That's a right intriguing proposition. I do wonder what it's like to have a choice about things. If it weren't for Vigilant Hogarth, I do believe I'd scupper off to... well, you know where. Yeah. You convince him, I'm in. But I owe him enough I wouldn't abandon him for nothing.
The galaxy. As the head of our corporation, I'm here to tell you personally, it's never too late to rebrand and start anew.
The matriarch and sovereign chose Eden. Apologies for not noticing you there. Wasn't paying rapt attention to those assuasive loudspeaker messages. No. Caught me reciting passages from a beacon to the cosmos, illustrating my steadfast fidelity. All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign. That part always hits me directly. To quote my personal log, an essential passage, rightful and true. Charlton Weintrott.
Wait for permission. I see my opportunity and take it. I had to make my own luck.
Why, that's wonderful. I'm actually quite relieved a fellow customer like yourself somehow saw through my carefully maintained act. Others in Westport fail to perceive my true nature. I am hardly one of the herd around here. A reference you'll no doubt recognize from those keen Auntie's Choice commercials.
Spacer's Chaw, Zero-G Brew, and antibiotics. Everything you need to get through your day.
I want to speak plainly to the citizens of the Protectorate. This war is for...
Ha! The same ones I immoderately reference. You likely guessed their influence right off, what with my assertive attitude and all. I laugh at danger. I hand-make my own luck. That character is a revelation. You and I are just like him. Get up and go-getters. Say, did Auntie's Choice send you here? Don't fret. I am exceedingly skilled at keeping secrets.
I shall await you with open arms.
You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's Choice. The stamen of a typical Arcadian Titan flower, or Colossicus arum, is responsible for dumping several...
How I've waited to hear those words. Anything I might help with at present?
by the dozens surrounding most settlements, and the many other flowering megaflora native to the colony.
Really? What was he like? Bold? Assertive? With a wildly obstreperous theatrical air?
Falderall's mollifying demulcent, and easeful release from Arcadian allergens of all kinds.
An audacious proposal. Yet this place, despite its recent humidity, remains comfortable and familiar.
Spacer's Ale, try Auntie's Choice Pep Pills. Good for what ails you. Our iffy jiffy...
With a full case, I might gorge upon such sweet goodness morning, noon, and night. All right, hand it over. Oh, but what would vigilant Hogarth say? What would everyone say? I can scarcely imagine it. Abandoning my community only to satisfy my gastronomical urges and risk-taking attitude. No, I couldn't leave unless Hogarth ordered everyone to go.
Rickets, night sweats, and collectivism. Not recommended for longer than 1 second at a time.
Righto! Well, you seem rather confident. Best of luck, I suppose. You are surely going to need it. Please inform me when, of course, you receive it.
Auntie's Choice makes a cream for it. Our Recreant Reclamation and Artificial Additives Division has proudly announced its latest innovation.
That vacuous cacophony sets my teeth on edge. Well, look who it is. What is it? Speak your mind.
We believe so much in this delicious, cost-cutting measure, we're rushing it to market. Following a modicum of testing, slurrylose will soon be found in all of our food products.
Auntie's Choice. We put the art in artificial.
What nature...
Not my favorite topic of discourse, but I do like the cut of your jib. Very well. State your piece.
No imitations. The K lets you know it's authentic. Now with 110% of your daily chemicals and preservatives.
But it's not everyone, is it? I'm sure it's not. The majority of my subjects are steadfastly loyal, resolute, right as rain.
The countless voices screaming in your head not to.
Oh, it's like sour milk and expired medicine. Yet despite this baleful...
Oh, I would love to argue that this is not the case, but I fear you are correct. This war, this devastation, it can't be denied they've taken their toll. Ultimately, I regard their well-being above all, but the joke is on you, really, and them, I suppose. Don't you see? We're all traitors. I no longer hold any authority over anyone. But if they still wish my blessing, it is theirs. My former subjects are free to live an empty life with Auntie's Choice. I'll make an announcement. Order them to depart for Fairfield. But I will be staying.
Never met you. Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack. Featuring our...
Should I? Haven't I failed them enough for one lifetime? No. I will stay here and loyally await the judgment I richly deserve.
Nature made apples, but Auntie Fizzo's made them better with Auntie Cleo's patented
My former subjects jumped at the chance to abandon Westport. They don't need me.
Salutations! This is D.B. Milner Street of Fairfield with a special one-time free offer for all Protectorate subjects within and without earshot. What do I provide? Information.
I suppose my duty to my people remains, whether here or in Fairfield. All right. I'll go. Unsure how I'll endure such an empty existence. Perhaps, if I offer my old subjects periodic advice, our sense of community may somehow, despite the wiles of commercialism, remain. All right, then. Suppose it's time to make my announcement.
Choice is in the name for a reason, my good subjects. Without further ado, I hereby extend my personal invitation to you all to join us in Fairfield and
Attention, everyone. Attention. I, Vigilant Ogden Hogarth, hereby do order all subjects under my command to abandon the settlement of Westport at the earliest possible juncture. You are to depart for the township of Fairfield, safely and together. Once there, you are to appeal to local authorities for citizenship with Auntie's choice. Thereupon, you are thus and forevermore relieved of your duties as subjects of the Protectorate. This is a direct order from your Vigilant and is not to be questioned and cannot be countermanded. Now see to your preparations. I will join you shortly.
Purple Berry Crunch. Accept no imitations. The K lets you know it's authentic. Now
Sometimes I get the feeling we're not welcome here. Like the Protectorate folks resent us liberating them.
They know this invasion.
I'm mulling over the best Protectorate defector to partner with. You know... Yeah, been gone a while. How'd it go? Tell me you got good news. Why, that's terrible. But you said you have the schematics? I'll take those. What? Sovereign's finest potato corollary peeler? This was supposed to be a guaranteed bestseller. Who in their right mind would... Jackson, you idiot! Ah! It's a good thing he's dead, because if he wasn't, I'd kill him! There's no... God damn it! I'm never getting that promotion. This was supposed to be my easy path to a promotion. Must be something I can do to salvage this. Tell me, did you come across any other advanced Protectorate technology while you were there? Anything more, well, easily marketable? Personal thrusters? No one would ever want such preposterous things. I'd be laughed out of recreant reclamation. Imagine, jumping about like a sprog. Ridiculous. Well, here's all I can spare in regards to your compensation. Try not to spend it all in one place. It's supposed to be categorically bad for commerce. In the unlikely event things somehow pan out and I get that big promotion, I'll see you're taken care of. Until then, take care.
You've lifted my spirits right out of their doldrums. Our new guests have just arrived. Here, a considerable reward for your considerable efforts. Had anyone asked, I would have bet a year's pay against your capturing the hearts and minds of the denizens of Westport, and it seems I would have been out a great deal of bits. I've two minds about the convertees. Anyone with eyes can see they need guidance, but a pernicious system is not easily abandoned. Have you any thoughts? I have a second cousin in experimental product design who's been working on a supplement for just that. Though most of her prototypes result in projectile eye bleeding, you've given me a great deal to think about. I am in your debt. I cannot overstate what a capital compatriot you've been, my friend. Now be off. I've many refugees to see to. Plan is such a strong word. Let's call it a hunch. Consider this your first lesson in propaganda. Find whatever your target desires most and use it towards your own ends. Speak with Vigilant Hogarth in the building beside the saloon. He was in charge around here before we arrived. I have no doubt he knows vital information to the Vox's functioning. Now, should you ever find yourself visiting the ACS Undisputed Claim, do come see me. I've no doubt that when we next meet, I'll have risen 6 ranks, at least. Farewell!